Well, boys and gals, we made it. NFL. What can you say about it that hasn't been said already? Week number 17, the final week of the season. Are you ready? Because I am ready. So, um, let's not pay attention to the 1 o'clock games for the most part. There's still some things going on because the NFC has the one seed situation, but I think the one seed situation will be overcrowded by the fact that Marshawn Lynch, owner of the Oakland Panthers, by the way, down in Oakland, California, that are playing the IFL this year, so keep an eye on that coverage. But that's not important. But Marshawn Lynch is back, along with Turbin as well, because the Seahawks have no running backs available, no depth at that position. And he is returning for this final game against the 49ers for the NFC West title and potentially the number one seed in all the land. It's a crazy situation to where it's like, man, what in the world? Shocking news, man. Shocking news. I didn't want it to be its own thing. I wanted it to be covered here because it's very important. Now the Seahawks have some leverage here against the 49ers. 49ers have been playing, kind of inconsistent all this time, and they've been kind of playing inconsistent for the last couple of weeks now, but they've got it done when they needed to. And the Seahawks, well, they've been playing also kind of inconsistent, but when they have been getting stuff done, they've got it done. So this battle, the final game of the season on Sunday night, will be the 49ers and Seahawks, the most important game in the NFC, because are one of these two teams will be the number one, maybe the number two, maybe the number three, or maybe the number five seed. It really just depends on what happens early on in the day. So, of course, the Packers are playing the Lions. The game is important for number one seeding purposes, but don't don't nobody cares about the 1 o'clock slate. It's all a bunch of trash right now. Jets, Bills, doesn't really matter. Bills are locked into the 5 seed. Dolphins, Patriots. Now this is pretty interesting. Also, Chargers, Chiefs, which is playing at the time as well. It's pretty interesting to see. Hey, um, the Chiefs could potentially knock the Patriots out as the number two seed, and we could be seeing the Patriots play on Wild Card Weekend if they lose to the Dolphins. If the Patriots lose to the Dolphins, but really doesn't matter. Neither of these two games really matter all that much. Bears Vikings also doesn't matter. The Vikings are going to be locked to the 6 seed because of their loss. Browns Bengals does not matter whatsoever. Both these teams just look terrible. Saints Panthers doesn't matter. To be completely honest with you, Saints are trying to, maybe get themselves up a little bit higher. Maybe they could be the number two seed or maybe the number one. Who knows? But they're facing the Panthers. That should be a cakewalk for them. Falcons, Buccaneers. Doesn't really matter either. Now, these games matter. These games that start at 325 onward, these games matter. The first one actually matters for the Raiders. The Raiders need a lot of help to get to the postseason. They need a lot. They need to win. They need to hope for I believe it's the Colts to win. I'm not sure, but they need a lot of help. There's like a bunch of different scenarios, which I'm not going to go over. But the Raiders, most importantly, they need to win. And the Colts Jags is going to be very interesting, for the Raiders. So, keep an eye on that. As for our NFC East roasting and brethren, our brothers in arms, the Eagles and the Giants, the Redskins, the Cowboys, these two games are important to see who will be the number 4 seed in the NFC East, who will be the NFC East champion. The last game that these 4 teams come up against each other. meaning the Cowboys, Eagles, and the Redskins, Giants, the last week. Very interesting results there. The Redskins and the Giants could give the Cowboys and the Eagles a fight. So basically, what it boils down to is if the Eagles win, they're going to the postseason. There will be no repeat champion in the NFC East once again. But if the Eagles lose, the Cowboys win against the Redskins, and the Cowboys are going. Now, if the Cowboys lose against the Redskins, then the Eagles are going regardless. But the Eagles need to win against the Giants. They do not have a lot of stuff. They do not have a lot of players. Not a lot at all. But they have gotten some guys that have stepped up, like Greg Ward, Miles Sanders, Zach Ertz at times, and especially Carson Wentz. He's played brilliantly, despite the fact that all of his weapons are gone on the offensive side. But the Giants, they are no slouches. They have Daniel Jones back, and Eli, this could be his swan song. This could be his last time. He could be playing, one final time for like one snap or something like that. If the Giants somehow manage to win. But yeah, and for the Cowboys just need to win this game against the Redskins. They really need to win. It may not help them that much if the Eagles do win, but it all serves a purpose at the very end. And yeah, Cardinals Rams is kind of just stuck here. They're just stuck here. Cardinals and Rams have nothing to play for at all. So it is what it is. But the Steelers, Ravens, and the Ravens are resting most of their starters, by the way. So RG3 will be coming in and playing instead of Lamar Jackson, which is totally fine. So the Ravens, they'll be prepping for the division round. And the Steelers are fighting for their playoff lives here. And they are in trouble. They have Duck Hodges, who's been throwing interceptions up the wazoo, and Mason Rudolph. He's been beaten, battered, bruised, all sorts of stuff. Hurt his shoulder. He got basically concussed, a while back against Myles Garrett. So the Steelers, they need some help. They need some help to get in. And the Texans have already won the AFC South, so but the Titans do need this win. The thing, the Titans need to go 9-7 just to get in the playoffs. Again, crazy, right? Crazy situation. But the Texans have not been playing that great, and they could be locked into the 4th seed by the end of the day. So it really matters. But the Raiders are playing the Broncos too, so the Raiders need a win. It's all gonna be crazy to think, crazy, crazy time. The Raiders need to beat the Broncos. And they need a lot of other things happening, like a lot of things. But we've touched on that already. But Week 17 is here. It is ready for us to go and just watch. And I'm so glad that all the games are on Sunday this time. It's all great when you have all the games on Sunday, man. Sunday is the only day for football, to be completely honest with you. And I have had a wonderful time going through the journey with you all this year. And we're just going to keep on rolling, once the playoffs start and everything like that after a Week 17 recap and stuff like that. We're going to preview the playoffs, see who's going to win the Super Bowl and go on the journey together. Of course, you can. I don't know if I deleted it or not from my about section, but if not, you can find me on Twitter posting stuff about these games. And I'm not going to wake up and just be like, oh, well, time to watch some 1 o'clock games. My attention is solely focused on the games at 3:25. It's 4:25 for you Eastern folk, and the games after that. So, and I'm especially going to be focusing on the Cowboys. I know there's a lot of other storylines going on, but I'm going to focus on the Cowboys and the Eagles because those are the most important games to me. So I have a split screen up for that. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video because there's one more video that I have to eat out tonight, and it involves something that I just do not like. So I'll talk about that very shortly when we get it up. So y'all take care. Discuss with me in the comments section or something like that. Just say something, like the video, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. All of it, And take care. Take care. See y'all.